Welcome to the Great Plains Association for College Admissions Counseling Virtual College Fair. We are so excited to have you participate in this event. We have some fantastic schools with us here today. My name is Lucy and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, just some housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use the Q&A feature on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Just make sure that you use the @ sign for whichever school your question is for. And this is just one of many different sessions happening this afternoon. So please be sure to check out the schedule on the website. And this presentation is also being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/GPACAC. Without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to our first university, Texas Tech University.
Hello, everybody. Let me get set up here. Perfect. And all right, get my timer started. Here we go. Hi, everybody. My name is Taylor Chilcutt. I am with Texas Tech University. So glad to have everybody here. Give you a little overview about Texas Tech. We're a little over 40,000 students. We have a 19-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio, and we are a comprehensive Tier 1 research institution. We do have about an average GPA of our students coming in of about a 3.6 unweighted, kind of give you an idea of where we're sitting when we're looking at the application process here in a little bit. Some of our recognition across the board here, we're a diversity champion. That's really important for us here in the state of Texas. We want to serve the diverse population that is Texas and kind of mirror that. Over 25% of our students are first generation students. So you're going to have a great foundation, a great home if you're a first generation student coming to Texas Tech. And we're a 5-star premier campus when it comes to campus inclusion, LGBTQIA. We really, again, want to represent a diverse population on our campus. So some of y'all may be wondering, hey, where is Lubbock, Texas? Not a town I've really ever heard of. We are in West Texas. We're about 4.5 hours from downtown Fort Worth. We're about a 45-minute flight from Dallas Love Field or DFW Airport. So if you can get to one of those airports, you can connect over. We have over 250,000 residents in the city of Lubbock. It is a major city, just at a smaller scale, and most of our students do come from over 300 miles away. So it kind of gives you that traditional college campus where everybody's coming from a long way away. They're there for the first time, they're away from home. You're in the same boat as a lot of people, a lot of other students. But need I remind you, it has everything that a major city has. We've got great live entertainment, great transportation. Again, I mentioned that we have an international airport on our in Lubbock, so you're going to have that ability to get in and out pretty quickly wherever you're coming from the GPACAC states. So let's talk about some of the things on our campus. We have over 10 academic colleges with over 150 majors and minors. At the Texas Tech University, we also have the School of Law, the Health Sciences Center, and we just opened up our Texas Tech University School of Veterinary Medicine, which I believe is the 33rd vet school in the country, first in Texas in over 100 years. So we're really proud to bring that to West Texas. Here's an idea of all of our academic colleges across campus. I don't have time to go through all of them because we only have 6 minutes, but give you an idea, some of the highlight points. The Rawls College of Business and the College of the Ed Whitaker Junior College of Engineering. Both are top 100 in the country, very popular programs within Texas Tech, but we also have VPA, Visual and Performing Arts, Architecture, and things like that. Study abroad is huge at Texas Tech. We really push our students to study abroad. We have a lot of opportunities, a lot of scholarship opportunities. We actually have programs like architecture and engineering that require it. So you're going to have that chance while you're at Texas Tech. So I'm going to try to talk you to come into West Texas, but then send you over across the ocean as well. So a lot of great opportunities to enrich that degree. The community itself, as I mentioned, with most of our students coming from over 300 miles away, we have over 550 student organizations. All of our new first-time students are required to live on campus. So we have 19 residence halls, 30 plus dining venues. You're not going to go hungry at any college campus, and Texas Tech is right there with that. A massive rec center. You see our lazy river we have outside of our rec center. We were the first lazy river on a college campus. So really great to bring that to our students for them to be able to enjoy. And we're part of the Big 12 Athletic Conference. So let's talk about our admissions requirements application. You can find us on 3 websites: goapplytexas.org, the Common App, or Coalition. We don't care which one you use, whichever is the easiest for you. We do have an application fee right there, $75. We do require a self-reported academic record. We do not use your transcript for the admissions process. So I've got steps on that on our website to check out more of that. And we're test optional for fall 2022. All right. So when you apply, we're going to look at your class rank and your test score first. If you're going test optional or you do not meet these requirements, you're going to go through the full academic holistic review, where I'm going to look at everything on your class, everything on your transcript, everything that you submit on that college application. So make sure that you keep it, put everything you've done freshman year day one on there. And then we do have optional essays and the letters of rec, which I do recommend if you're going through the review process. Let's talk about tuition. So if I have any Oklahoma students, your tuition and fees, if you're not a bordering county, is going to be that middle one right there. It's only $900 more than in-state of Texas students. If you're a non-resident, so if you're coming from any of the other Kansas or Kansas or Missouri, you're going to see our non-resident side there. It's really great about Texas Tech that if you do qualify for $1,000 or more in competitive scholarships from the university, so our merit scholarship or our test optional merit scholarship, you could receive in-state tuition. So $1,000 in competitive scholarships to Texas Tech University does qualify for in-state tuition for every year that you have that scholarship. So some really great opportunities to make that an in-state tuition for a large public university here in Texas. So I definitely want to recommend that you visit campuses. Here are a couple of our visit dates that we have coming up. Texas Tech Preview, which is Columbus Day or Indigenous Persons Day on Monday, October 11th, or come see us at select days, Monday through Friday, select Saturdays, our campus visits. My biggest tip to all college students or people in the process is go visit campuses when you can. And that is all I have. So thank you all so much. Guns up.
Thank you. Next up, we will hear from Lafayette College.
Okay, one sec, everyone. Okay, hi, everyone. Sorry about that. My name is David Mills. I'm our Associate Director of Admission at Lafayette College in Easton, Pennsylvania. So you can see a little bit about our university here on this slide. We're a small private liberal arts college. We're competitive. We'll talk a little bit about the application in a minute, but we have about 2,700 undergraduates. But a really key aspect of the Lafayette experience is that we have no graduate students on our campus. So professors are all there, our faculty are there to teach undergraduates, which is awesome. Research opportunities, undergraduates. You're not competing with any grad students throughout that process. So you can see a little bit of our diversity there. It's something we're always striving to make more and more diverse, but we do have students from all different backgrounds, all walks of life, and a significant amount around the country and the world as well. We do have 53 different degree programs. Those are going to be in the social sciences, the natural sciences, humanities, and engineering. Now that is something that is a little different with Lafayette's liberal arts college model than a lot of other liberal arts colleges in the country. And that is that you can pursue degrees in engineering. They are 4-year engineering degrees. We've been doing engineering for about 155 years. So pretty strong in that area as well. One of the top liberal arts colleges and engineering schools in the country. So please keep that in mind as you consider what that experience might look like academically, and know that it is all academic and focused on you, the undergraduate student. We have a 10-to-1 student to faculty ratio, an average class size of about 18. We want to make sure you have all the resources and small academic tight-knit community that you need to be successful academically while you're on our campus. Now, while we're small in many ways, I absolutely love the kind of hybrid mix of feeling like a bigger college sometimes. For example, we are Division I Patriot League institution. We have 23 D1 sports teams. So a lot of the school spirit, the academic tradition or athletic tradition, of a bigger college, even at that small private liberal arts college. And then of course we have over 200 clubs and organizations, which is quite a bit for a smaller college like ours. Our students are incredibly involved. It's everything from cultural organizations, Greek life, student government, to just, have fun, relaxed type groups. Not just resume builders. We have our anime club, we have our spike ball club, all sorts of different options for you to get involved and really enjoy that college experience. Now, I mentioned we are in Easton, Pennsylvania. We are a very residential campus. We have 96% of our students living on campus for all 4 years. So you really are a part of that community. But outside of that, we really like to say we are in the middle of everywhere. It's not out rural in the middle of the country. We are in Easton, which is about a 30,000 person college town. It's really vibrant. It's got a lot of stuff for students. But just next door is Bethlehem and Allentown, about 200,000 people in those bigger cities. And then we are only an hour and a half away from Philadelphia and New York City, respectively. This is huge for our students when it comes to having that real college type atmosphere, but the big city cultural opportunities, the internships, the jobs, we want to make sure our students are as ready and prepared as possible with those hands-on resume building opportunities while they're in school. We're able to provide that both on campus and off campus at our college. So good things to keep in mind, but I do briefly want to touch on our college's name, Lafayette. Our namesake was the Marquis de Lafayette, which many of you know from the musical Hamilton or maybe Revolutionary War history. But what a lot of people don't know about Lafayette is that at the age of only 19, he defied the orders of the King of France to sail to America to help fight for the colonies for freedom. And it wasn't just freedom for the colonies. This man was an abolitionist. He was a suffragist. He was really fearless and idealistic. And those values are something that we really strive to maintain at our college by building a really inclusive campus community for our students, and really not just absorbing the knowledge and learning to make ourselves better, but to make our community and the world a better place as well. And so that's something we do to honor his legacy. And his motto, Kernan, literally meant why not, which is the perfect motto for a college and for students who are trying to get involved, trying to learn, trying to prepare themselves for the future. They're able to pursue that why not mentality as well. So that's something our students really take to heart. Why not double major? Why not do research? Why not study abroad? Why not get as much out of this experience as possible? So as part of the Lafayette College experience, helping our students be successful when they leave, we really curate that 4 years and give them a lot of opportunities. One is study abroad. Even our engineering students are able to study abroad and still graduate in 4 years. We have some special programs to make sure they get to go. And you can see that reflected in the number of students that choose to study abroad while at Lafayette. I mentioned research earlier. This is also huge. Again, you're not competing with grad students. Our professors are all working on some really cool stuff and they need students to get involved. One of our civil engineering students, Hannah, she was between her freshman and sophomore year, she was able to start doing research with a physics professor that she met at an ice cream social at a physics symposium on campus. And now she did an 8-week summer research program. She just finished working on magnetic nanoparticles and as a potential cancer cure, which is amazing. And that was between her freshman and sophomore year. So a lot of opportunities to build your resume and work on that. And you can see here from our career statistics, our students last year, 94% of them had a job in their field within 6 months of graduation or were in graduate school. So we're really proud of them. And I'm almost out of time, but just to let you know, we are test optional for the next couple of years. We are a holistic application review model. Our regular decision deadline is January 15th. We have a lot of great merit scholarships and we meet 100% of demonstrated need. It is competitive to get admitted, but if you are admitted, we'll make sure you have the funds you need to cover your college experience out at Lafayette College in Easton, Pennsylvania. With that, I will turn it over to our next presenter.
Thank you. Next up, we'll hear from Full Sail University.
Thank you, Lucy, and hello, everybody. Hope you're all having a great Sunday. All right, so Full Sail University, if you've never heard of us before, we are an entertainment, art, media, and technology university located down in Winter Park, Florida. Winter Park is really close to Orlando, so we're kind of just in the Central Florida area near the theme parks and everything like that. I do want to start off by showing you a quick video. It's going to introduce you a bit to campus and our degree program. So we'll start with that and then I'll go into more details. So as I mentioned, we are an entertainment school. All of the different degree areas that we offer, you can see on the screen now. We currently have over 50 degree programs you could choose from for a bachelor's between on-campus and online programs, but all of them do center around education and around entertainment. And our education model focuses on very hands-on learning so that you can feel as if you're in the entertainment industry as you were getting your degree. At the end of the video there, it said, if you're serious about your dream, we'll take your dream seriously. That's our motto at Full Sail. So if you have a creative dream that you're trying to reach and it's in one of these industries, we're going to do everything we can to help you get there. So each of our programs is a little different than what you may expect from a traditional university. The first big difference is that we take about half the time to get a full bachelor's degree than you are probably used to. So at a typical 4-year university, it takes 4 years to get a bachelor's degree. At Full Sail, it takes just about 2. So for an on-campus degree, you could expect to finish in as early as 20 months. For an online degree, you could finish your degree in as early as 29 months. Either way, it's about half the time of a typical college. The next one here, start anytime. We have a rolling admissions, so you can apply throughout the year. But what is unique here is that you can actually start all year long. We start a new class of students, both on campus and online, every single month throughout the year. You don't have to wait for August or December for those more traditional start dates. The next year, come back anytime. We want our graduates to always be successful in their field. So we offer an initiative where students can come back to campus once they've graduated and retake classes in their field. That way they can stay current in their industry, right? Like technology changes all the time. We want to make sure that students are up to date and always in the know for their industry. And then last thing here, we have a big focus on career development. We want students to not only know how to do their future job, but we also would like them to know how to get a job and feel comfortable with that process. So each student takes 7 portfolio project courses and also 7 career module courses in things like resume writing, interview skills, just to get prepared and ready to have a job when they graduate. Our graduates have gone on to do some really cool things throughout the years. Just this summer, we had several graduates that were credited on some big blockbuster movies. Jungle Cruise is a new one, the new Space Jam, Cruella on Disney Plus. So lots of different things out there. And then in the past few years, we've had graduates that have won some big awards, Academy Awards, Grammy Awards, and Game Awards for the work that they've done. One of my favorites in the past year or so is that we had some graduates credited on The Last of Us 2, which ended up being Game of the Year in 2020. And aside from that, our graduates have gone on to work for some big companies and also small companies and also start their own companies. These are some examples of big companies the students have gone on to work for. You get Disney Pixar. They've done business for the Miami Dolphins or the Golf Channel. They've worked as coders or animators for Blizzard, EA Sports. So it's kind of all across the board. Wherever you would like to take your career in the entertainment industry, just know that the possibilities are truly endless. On our campus, we do have a lot of clubs and organizations. More are picking up all the time, especially as we have welcomed students back to campus full time. Some are on the screen here, but I would like to introduce the Full Sail Armada. If you're a gamer, this is our competitive esports league. Teams participate in competitions for Smash Brothers, Call of Duty, Rainbow Six Siege. I think we have about 10 teams right now, and they compete on our campus in the Full Sail University Orlando Health Fortress, which is the largest esports arena on a college campus in the United States. So we're very excited about that. So if Full Sail sounds like it could be a good fit for you, the first thing you would do to get started is, well, first of all, being here is a good start. But get in touch with our admissions team. We have a unique application process. The very first part of the process is doing an admissions interview to figure out if this would even be a good fit for you, for your dreams and your goals. A couple things to know are that we don't have a minimum SAT or ACT score. We also don't have a minimum GPA score. Portfolios are accepted, but they are not required for any program. So just know that. If you do have more questions about the admissions requirements, because I know my time is almost up, put a question in the Q&A. I'd love to answer more. And I will also put this information in the chat, but you can always reach out to me at any point in time at elmiller@fullsail.com. So thank you all for being today. It was great to be here and hope you have a great afternoon.
Thank you. And next up, we'll hear from Drake University.
Awesome. Thank you, Lucy. Let me share my screen here really quickly. All right, perfect. So thank you guys for coming today. We are Drake University, located in Des Moines, Iowa. And as always, we want you to really get to know Drake. And we say there's no really better way to do that than to really come on campus and visit. So visit drake.edu/visit, and you can come on campus to schedule a in-person individualized tour and meet with an admission counselor, or for one of our Saturday group visits to meet some other prospective students. Or as well, you can also do a virtual tour. So whatever your needs are, we really just say kind of come visit Drake in whatever way you want to, and really get to know what the Drake difference is all about. Drake is about 3,000 undergraduate students and then 5,000 students when you add in our graduate programs. I really like to say that 5,000 number, just because it really feels a lot closer to that 5,000 number when you're walking around campus. And as well, our undergraduate students are oftentimes interacting with the graduate students as well. And then as well, we also have over 100 plus different majors throughout our universities, throughout in 6 different colleges. So you can see we have the College of Arts and Sciences, which is going to hold most of our majors. Then we have our School of Education, College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences, our College of Business and Public Administration, the School of Journalism and Mass Communication, and also our law school. But as well, if you don't know what you want to do, that's completely okay. You do not need to know what you want to do. We have faculty that are specifically trained to kind of take in those open multi-interest students, what we like to call them, and really help them explore their interests. And you will be exploring your interests in all of these 6 colleges. So you're really going to fit for what's right for you. At Drake, you will be starting your major specific classes from day 1 as well. So you're going to get some personal mentorship from your professors, because all of our classes are going to be taught by professors, and all of those professors are going to have terminal degrees in their field. So what that means for you is they're going to be there for things when you're thinking about academic success, class planning, and stuff like that, but then also about things about what you're going to do after your graduation. So when you're thinking about what do I want to do with my major, what are the options that are available to me, our faculty are great at getting you connected both with alumni that they know, and as well just other professionals in the field that they know, and they love to get you connected with them. And then as well, we also have a lot of companies and nonprofits coming to Drake and talking to our professors and saying, hey, we want Drake students for internships. Do you know of any? So getting to know your professors can really also help you when you're thinking about getting internships and securing job offers later on as well. We have a 10-to-1 student to faculty ratio and about an average class size of 21 students. So you're going to be getting some really hands-on experience, and you're going to be getting to know all of your professors super well. In each major that you declare, you are going to be given a faculty advisor that teaches within that major. So they're really going to know all the ins and outs of that major for you. But then again, they're also just going to be able to give you that kind of specialized attention on what do you want to do with your major after college? Are there other interests that you want to pursue that maybe you can explore throughout your time at Drake as well? And then as well, we have over 160 plus student organizations, actually. That number just got updated recently, and we still haven't gotten that updated on our slides yet. But these organizations are going to range from professional organizations, so like we have professional business fraternities, professional medical fraternities, then all the way down to social clubs like the Hammock Club, which is super fun. It sounds exactly like you would think it. You literally are just going to be hanging out with your friends, hammocking. And what's more fun than hammocking out in the environment, which is super cool. And then as well, nearly 70% of our students come from out of state. So you can kind of see on the map there that we have students coming from Northwest Washington all the way up to Northeast Maine, down to Florida and Texas. So students from all over are coming to visit Drake, and they're seeing that the Drake difference is real, and they really are, they are coming to Drake, and they're staying in Drake afterwards. So about 70% of our students come from out of state, and about 50% of our graduates are staying in the state of Iowa and even in Des Moines itself. So they're seeing that Des Moines has some really cool opportunities for you, and it's a really growing and thriving place as well. And then too, we also have Division I athletics. So if you're looking to play sports, you can definitely get some competitive athletic experience here. Or as well, if you're like me and you just kind of like to watch sports, it's really fun to go to a basketball game or a soccer game or a football game and just really connect with the more Drake Bulldogs, which is super fun. Des Moines too, we are located in Des Moines, Iowa, which is the capital city of Iowa. And so when you're thinking about internship experience and stuff like that, because we are the largest private university and one of the only universities in Des Moines, all of those internship experiences are going to our students first, which is super amazing because when you're thinking about getting a job post-grad, yes, that academic experience really matters, but the actual experience that you're going to be getting in the job matters just as much. And our students are usually graduating having had 2 or more internships. And then as well, from 2010 to 2018, Des Moines had the highest employment growth out of any capital city in the nation. And as well, we were also voted the #1 city to live in post-graduate or post-COVID. So there's tons of cool opportunities. Companies like Microsoft, Amazon, IBM, they've all invested actually over $1 billion in Des Moines. So there's some really cool stuff happening on the horizon. And then as well, you also are going to have a lifetime of value. So about 95.5% of our students were employed 6 months after graduation. And this was in the middle of a pandemic too. So previously that number had not dropped below 98%, which is something that you know you're going to be getting a bang for your buck when you come to Drake. And as well, I know that I'm running out of time. So one thing that I will just say really quickly is 2 ways to apply. You can do that at Drake's website or on the Common App. We are as well test optional. We have been for about 7 years, and we are looking to continue that. And then as well, every student is going to be guaranteed a presidential scholarship, and those scholarship ranges are going to be from $22,000 to $26,000. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for listening to me, and I will turn it over to Lucy.
Thank you. And then last up this afternoon, we will be hearing from Southern Arkansas University.
All righty. Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Sunday. My name is Whitney Hall, and I represent Southern Arkansas University, home of the Mule Riders. I'm excited to share a little bit about our university. It's really a great place to start off with because not only are we a nearby opportunity for you people from Oklahoma, we're right there in the heart of Arklatex. We have a campus of over 1,400 acres in a town of about 13,000 people. Magnolia, Arkansas is a great opportunity for you to get your degree because not only do we have that small town feel where people are going to know you by name, but we have students from over 30 states and over 39 countries with a student body with over 4,500, but about 330 of those students are from somewhere else. The great thing is too, we also have that caring culture. You know, students come to us because they know us by name and we're not just another face in the crowd. So we have that reputation for having that caring campus. And of course, we have those small campus sizes and class sizes, 16 to 1. I know my junior and senior, I had some as low as 7 in my classes. So it's a great opportunity to build those relationships among some of our 4 different colleges on campus as well. One of the biggest things that you need to know right off the bat is that we have more than 80 different majors to pick from. And a lot of those are listed on the side that are unique to us or things that we have been known for over time, reputable for our accounting and business and finance, all the way through our agricultural majors. So we have a lot of opportunities there. Of course, one of the first ones to start game animation simulation design. That's been a great opportunity for us, not only in the fine arts aspect, but in the computer science genre. Psychology, pre-health, we had a 100% acceptance rate into medical school this past year. So it's great when it comes to job placement, 100% for our job placement opportunities for our College of Education graduates as well in less than 6 months. And of course, we're excited to know that our nursing students especially, they achieve some of the highest NCLEX pass rate in the state of Arkansas out of all the public schools. So lots of good things going on. Of course, we have new majors, healthcare administration and poultry science, and some that are very unique to us as well. So again, just reach out to me if you have any questions about a specific thing. How to become a mule rider? Well, first and foremost, it's entirely free to apply. We do not charge any sort of opportunity for you to attend us. We're going to actually go through it entirely, whether you come to us or you don't. So we have decided to waive the ACT and SAT for this fall entrance for 2022. So at the moment, we are currently looking at your official and final transcripts for admission. And of course, all we require is an immunization record and a free application for admission. Once you create that, you'll actually create a portal portal, and you'll be able to kind of log along and see just exactly what you're missing or anything as far as that goes. Once you're admitted, you'll be able to apply for other things. But before that, you need to make sure you schedule a tour. Just like all of the other recruiters said, it's your home away from home. You need to be sure that you have a good feeling about it. So we offer personalized tours. We never stopped whenever COVID happened. And so we offer them Monday through Friday. And of course, we have fall preview days as well if you're good with an open setting. We also offer opportunities when it comes to scholarships. I did scholarships for about 8 years for us, and we offer more than 81% of our students are on some sort of financial aid. So these academic institutional scholarships are available, and they are not stackable with each other, but you can stack it with performance or private opportunity or even departmental or athletic. So all you have to do is apply. We have an early decision deadline this year, January 15th, but our final priority deadline is going to be the March deadline. And we do super score. That is new for us. We're going to be super scoring this to give you the best opportunity at earning the most money that you can to help pay for school. And of course, we're also going to look at GPA. Don't forget about those private endowed scholarships I just mentioned as well. And of course, we do offer the out-of-state waiver for Oklahoma students. As long as you are a U.S. resident and living in Oklahoma and you live on our campus, you will actually have to only pay the in-state tuition. So total cost for us with a $3,385 tuition for 15 hours, your room and board, of course, your fees and books, you're looking at just under $8,500 a semester for us, which is super affordable for a public four-year institution out of state. Housing. So once you get accepted, then you can move on to the housing application, which opens up November 1st. We have several different styles from suite style, community, hybrid, and even apartments as you get older or if you tend to get married on campus or have a family. So lots of different opportunities for our students. It's just like a little city. You know, when you're living on campus, you're going to get involved. You're going to see that we're part of the Great American Conference. We play a lot of Oklahoma schools and Arkansas schools in a Division II organization. You can see all of our men's sports and women's sports listed, as well, of course, our intramural and club teams available. So lots of opportunities to show that Mule Rider spirit and get involved on campus. I saw where a lot of different colleges listed all of theirs or different ones. I love the hammock idea that I saw from Drake. So we have lots of different ones. If you want to start something like that at our school, you and 7 other people can actually create a club on our campus. A lot of those under the special interest columns, those were done by our students. Of course, we have professional, departmental, religious, social, and Greek life, as well as student government opportunities. So all in all, you're going to have an opportunity to be yourself as well as meet people. I always say you find your niche when you're in college, and you're going to find some of your best friends, and you're going to find where your place is. And I highly recommend, one of the biggest advice is to pick an area of interest that interests you, not necessarily that makes all the money, not necessarily has the biggest success, but pick something that you're going to enjoy, something that you're find a need for in the community so that you can give back, that you can better yourself as well. So I'm happy to help you in any way. Here is my contact information. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us in the questionnaire. Thank you so much, and go Riders.
Thank you. So now I'm gonna open it up to some questions. The first question that I'm gonna ask our representatives to answer for you is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And you guys can answer in the same order in which you presented. Perfect.
Thank you. I'll lead us off. I kind of mentioned it on my presentation. Go visit college campuses. Keep your options open. Keep your mind open about universities. Don't just have an opinion about one until you actually investigate it yourself and go visit or look into the programs they have. And maybe you know it for one thing, but not realize it has another thing. So really look into everything.
Yeah, mine is somewhat similar to Taylor's in that you should use your resources and trust the experts as you go through this college search process. Like he said, you never know, you might think you know about something, or you might hear from your uncle or your friend's brother, or like some random person, you know, something they think they know about a school or its reputation, or you just never know what you might hear through word of mouth. But go to their website, talk to your admission counselor at that school, or talk to your high school counselor who is in charge of, you know, college resources and things like that. They're able to help and give you the best possible information about that school. And of course, visit to see it for yourself, like Taylor said, because that's really the icing on the cake.
My advice would be to apply for as many scholarships as you possibly can through the universities that you're applying to, through your community, through national organizations. Even if you don't think you have a shot at it, still apply. The best thing that could happen is that your tuition is just completely covered. The worst thing that could happen is you spend a little extra time writing application essays for these scholarships. So apply to as many as you can.
My advice is always just to be true to yourself, both in what you want, but then also in just kind of where you're at right now. Don't compare yourself to like where your friends are at. If your friend got this amazing scholarship or into this amazing school that you wanted to get into or maybe didn't get into, but just know that everybody has their own journey and trust that your journey is going to take you where you need to be too. Granted that you are making sure that you are also getting everything done that you need to get done and taking care of yourself too.
Yes, we're going to echo off of everything that everybody said. It's all great stuff. However, I'm going to say pay attention to deadlines. Every school has their own deadline. Some even charge for an application fee. Some don't. Some have deadlines. Some don't. They're all different. And sometimes they're really tiny and you may overlook them. And I also recommend that whenever you provide your email, that you do not put your high school email. You put a personal email, because once you graduate, you will likely be out of their system. And a lot of your financial aid contact is going to be there. Sometimes that's how we're going to contact through admissions, housing. So be sure that you provide one that you're going to check regularly and that you're not going to forget to do anything about. So that's probably some of my more simple ones to say.
Oh, excellent advice. And the second question is, what's one thing you want students to remember about your school?
For me, it's Texas Tech it's a fully comprehensive university with all the pre-professional programs on our campus, the ability to just have a little bit of everything, the tier 1 research institution, but the fact that it's a traditional college campus. Students live on campus their first year. It's a town that supports the school.
For Lafayette, I would want everyone to remember that we are a liberal arts college with engineering and a research focus. It's a blend of all of those things to give students diverse, well-rounded communication, critical thinking, the technical skills, kind of the full package, so that when you graduate, you have the hands-on experience and all the different resources and tools in your toolkit to not just be good at whatever job or career you've assigned yourself to, but to be a leader and be able to work with all the people that come along with that career field, be it engineering or something totally different. It's the full package of preparation at Lafayette.
At Full Sail, I guess the best thing to remember would be the motto that I shared with you during the video. It's, if you're serious about your dream, we'll take your dream seriously. Full Sail really does everything that they can to prepare students to bring those dreams to life. We really have a big focus on the career development that I talked about before. Students can go see advisors throughout their program and just really learn how to be prepared for the industry. They get to practice in classes, practice with career development, and by the time they graduate, they are ready for this wild and crazy industry that's out there.
For Drake, it's definitely going to be just the personalized education that you're going to get. Like, we want you to be invested in your education, but our professors and even our students as well are going to be so invested in you and your education as well and your successes, because we truly believe that when one student succeeds, we all succeed, and we are all a team kind of working to help everybody succeed in the end.
We're all going to echo basically very similar things, but I'm going to end it on something a little different. I want you to remember us as the Mule Riders. I know that's different. I know everybody's going to laugh at me for that, but that's what we are. We're the only one in the entire world that is that. Long ago, before cars were invented, our football team used to jump on the back of farm animals to make it to a football game. And that's why we've been called the Mule Riders. Our head coach has been doing it ever since. No one in the world is a Mule Rider but us. It is our logo. You see lots of different mascots from different things, but we have such a large and diverse alumni center that is focused on giving and everything as well too. And I really want to push that in students, that when you're looking and being open-minded to all these universities and the others that are provided during this forum, to be open-minded, be a part of something different, be a part of something unique, and whatever you do, get out of your comfort zone. And SAU provides that, and we still at the same time make it feels like home for you. So thank you.
Great, that's excellent information. Thank you, everybody. So I just share my screen one final time. And I just want to say thank you so much for joining us. When you close out of this window, there will be a link to a very quick 5-question survey. We would appreciate any feedback that you can provide. We encourage you to check back the schedule and sign up for more sessions. There should be a few more happening this afternoon, and then you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as other sessions that have happened this afternoon at strivescan.com/GPACAC. So with that, I thank you and have a fantastic evening. Thanks, everybody. Bye.